Of course it was the last area I went to. Oh well, we found him. Not gonna complain about, it's a bone. I guess that's how my, the pig in my Pokemon Randomizer finds bones on the ground. It's just, you know, dead Pokemon on the ground. You should all watch that. It's a great series. I love it. It's so much fun. So, I found a giant spike in the ground, and that's not suspicious at all. If I take damage from this hit, I'm gonna be pissed. Hey, oh my gosh, it was... oh. Actually, a giant hermit crab. I'm so surprised. Oh, that was kind of disturbing. It's like a... oh. What? Is it really gonna do this in battle? Oh god, I'm gonna be so frustrated. Where'd it go? Don't do this to me. Oh god, no. Oh! Ultimate ball shot. Ultimate ball shot. That was hilarious. Yep, it's a giant hermit crab lobster. Oh, wait. I'm really in this tree!
Hello, Internet! I'm HamsterBomb, and you were watching Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, or at least you were trying to. But the thing is, for some reason, as you can see, this video, for some reason, is missing, and I honestly don't know why. This was one of my favorite videos. I seriously don't know what the heck happened to it. As you can see, I have the webcam thing going over here. That worked fine. The audio I captured from the game is working fine. They're synced. They're great. Everything worked fine, except for some reason the actual gameplay footage was missing. So, whatever, just for the time being, at the very least, I mean, like, I tried literally everything to try and get back, but whatever, long story short, it's gone, and, so instead what we're going to be doing is, I'm just going to take the opportunity to talk and just say, hey, because there's a whole lot of stuff that I need to talk about for the series, so that, hey, at least, like, I'll be able to post this as, like, a bonus video. This is not going to be the only Monster Hunter video for today. I know, I'm sorry that this video is just completely missing, but whatever. Anyway, so this one is going to be missing, so unfortunately we're just going to jump right ahead after this, because at the point where I'm actually playing currently, because I've been playing really far ahead and filming a lot of this stuff, and then uploading them on a set schedule, so you guys are actually getting these videos on time. But the thing is, so that I can keep playing the game faster, because it takes way less time to, like, actually play the game on film than it does to actually edit and upload and do all that other stuff. That's what takes forever. So, doing all that stuff, that takes a long time. So anyway, I'm, like, in the middle of G rank right now, and I've already fought another DAIMYO HERMITAUR video. So, that video is, we are going to see that monster again, so don't feel like we're not going to see this monster at all. Just in this video series right now, we're not going to see it in high rank, unfortunately, which really stinks because I build its armor set. Now, basically the gist of the video that you're really, like, not going to see, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I was freaking out because it was doing a crap load of damage, but the thing is, he's really predictable after you get hit with a couple attacks, and he's not that big of a deal after that. So, if any of you guys are really having troubles with the Hermitar, just kind of figure out, alright, he's either going side to side, or shooting a beam forward. That's kind of it. And if you use an insect glaive and knock him over a lot, he's kind of a joke. He's really not hard at all. So I spammed him right away from his armor set, and I did it on purpose because it gives you extra defense, which was really great when moving into high rank. So I'm going to be using that armor set quite a lot as soon as we get to some of the later videos that we're going to see. But anyway, I have filmed farther, and like I said, you are going to be seeing a DAIMYO HERMITAUR. He's going to, the first one that we're actually going to see on my channel is going to be a G rank one, closely followed by his subspecies. So anyway, that is kind of disappointing, but anyway, like I said, I'm playing really far ahead right now, and this is kind of like out of context because, like, I've got, like, short hair, this is a little bit longer than normal, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but I played that, like, months ago, and I remember actually watching it, and I really enjoyed it, but I don't know what happened to it, it literally just disappeared. But anyway, there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about Monster Hunter-wise before I just, like, cut away and just say goodbye to this video, because I'm so bummed I lost this one. This was seriously, like I said, one of my favorite ones. But anyway, there's a couple things that I start realizing in Monster Hunter as we're playing through here that I kind of stopped talking about. Things like the Palicos, things that I was confused about that I didn't really understand. Now, the way that the Palicos are set up, sure, there's things that are confusing me at the time, and I will I have been putting up little snippets of me saying, alright, I got this, I'm gonna do this on here, and then it doesn't make any sense, and I don't understand what I'm doing, and then I just kind of montage through it and cut it, and it's done. Things I'm already skipping, as you can see, I'm cutting through things with the Wycoon, we don't need to watch all that. I'm starting to cut through things with the Smithy, but I will go back and show, say like, hey, I want to see this weapon, like, what can I do with this? And I want to, like, pop it up and actually show it on screen, because some people were saying, like, you're talking about these weapons and armors you want to see, but the thing is, you don't go show them to us, so I'm actually going to go back there, and I do start showing them a lot more, so that is pretty cool. Another thing that I was saying, like, back with the Palicos and things that I didn't understand, I start figuring it out because at this point in high rank, I'm going to play a lot more offline than I am online, because as soon as I play a quest online, that basically means to me, I'm allowed to do this offline as many times as I want to get the parts, which is how I get the DAIMYO HERMITAUR stuff. And obviously that gives me a lot more time to figure things out, like I figure out the high rank Everwood, I figure out the Palicos, I figure out how leveling up your Kinsect works. Now, I'm going to be confused about that for a long time still, but I mean, like, right now, at this moment, because I play up to G rank at this point, this is kind of weird that you're seeing me out of context, but I understand all that stuff. So if any of you guys, like, really want videos explaining how those things work, like, you're really confused, I can explain how those things work, like, as soon as I figured out how the Palico things work, how to change your main Palico's forte and stuff like that, all of a sudden the cats got, like, really useful, and I was like, man, I wish I knew that, like, a long time ago. Another thing I wish I knew that I didn't even realize was in the game all the way from the beginning of low rank was item sets. Oh my gosh, item sets are so useful. It's basically the same thing as equipment sets, except you walk up, register an item set, say for, like, fighting, or for capturing, or for gathering, and you just click on it, boom. That's what you have in your pouches. It's so helpful. Like, you go back after a quest from fighting, you're like, I want my fighting stuff, restock my potions, put away the monster parts, done. It just does it for you. It's amazing. So, that's another thing that I kind of wish that I'd done more of back then. But anyway, in terms of doing stuff with, like, this DAIMYO HERMITAUR video, I'm so bummed it's gone! That was so awesome. I really loved that video. I don't know what I was going to do about getting it back, though. There was really nothing I could do. I seriously looked everywhere. Like, I took the camera that I shot it on and, like, ran programs through it to try and find it as if it was a deleted video or something like that. Nothing would turn up. I ran so many programs on my computer just in case it was, like, deleted from a recycle bin or something like that, or even went into the recycle bin, which it shouldn't have done. And, no, nothing. So anyway, long story short, it's just absolutely gone, which is really upsetting. Though, I can at least play what you've got in the background right now. I think the only thing that you'll really be missing out on is, like, an inside joke that I will keep saying a couple times later, which is in the intro video that you get for the DAIMYO HERMITAUR. It's kind of hilarious because there's a bit where the Hermitar kind of, like, goes underground in his Monoblo's shell and, like, stabs from underneath and launches your character into the air, and I just kind of yell, "Ultimate ball shot!" And there's bits later where I'm just, like, continuously making fun of the ultimate ball shot because of the DAIMYO HERMITAUR, but anyway. Now you're in the know. You're not going to miss out on that joke there. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to make this too long, but the thing is, I still feel like I wanted to talk to you guys, at least for a little bit, say like, hey, I'm really sorry this video is missing. We're not going to see the DAIMYO HERMITAUR for a while, but instead I will give you another video for today. I think the video that's going to be going up along after the DAIMYO HERMITAUR fight was just fighting the regular Hermitars, and I combined it with something else that they needed to do. I don't remember, but no large monster. Though. The first large monster we're going to see will be coming up after that. And honestly, like I said, I'm in the middle of G rank right now. I don't even remember what that monster is. Seriously, like, the last thing I just did in my game was farm G rank Seregios for his armor parts. We haven't even seen a high rank Seregios yet. And don't worry, I filmed all that stuff. That is another thing that I wanted to clear up. People were asking, am I going to continue into high rank? Obviously, we're doing that right now. So I'm going to be filming through the high rank story. I've done that already. And now what I'm doing is basically, there's a lot of extra quests that pop up after the high rank story with Guildmarm. And then there's also a whole lot of stuff you can do past high rank, which is in G rank, but that is on the online only stuff. So what I'm doing to get around that, I've actually filmed some episodes where I was doing some of the high rank videos where I'm doing like some online stuff with a friend, and they're nothing like new, like fight like 2 Rattlers or something like that, like nothing, capture Rattlers, like stuff we've already done, nothing really special. I was like, I don't know if I really need to upload that or not, but I just kind of filmed some of them. So I have some of those episodes. I'm not sure if I really wanted to upload them, but anyway, basically I played through offline the low rank and high rank versions of the online stuff to unlock the G rank stuff. Now, all of the new monsters that we'll see from that high rank stuff to the G rank stuff, because there's a couple monsters like the DAIMYO and the Ucanlos that you have to fight to even get to that point. You're going to see those videos when I get to that point in the middle of high rank. So technically that's going to be a G rank. It's not technically a G rank monster, so it's the high rank version, because we're going to be seeing those in the middle of these high rank videos, because this is kind of where these two things are going to start colliding, where I'm trying to get the G rank on my online stuff by playing it offline. Offline as in not on YouTube. And I'm also doing these videos at the same time. So the videos and those are starting to converge. This one series of stuff that I didn't quite upload, and the other stuff that you are seeing are going to converge. So that's going to be a little confusing later. But you are going to be getting a lot of really awesome monsters coming up later. This game is really getting insane. In terms of, like, impressions of the high rank stuff, okay, in terms of difficulty, because I know a lot of people are saying, you're going to get your butt kicked soon, and, you know, not to brag, but I haven't seriously failed a quest yet. And, I'm just talking, like, even in G rank. Now, I came close. Okay, now, if you really count it, there's technically one quest in high rank that you have to lose, and I'm not going to tell you anything more than that, but there is a quest you have to lose. There's also going to be one quest that I actually filmed with a friend where you had to capture a Rathalos, like I said before, and we decimated it. We destroyed it in like 5 minutes and it died, so technically quest failed, but I've never failed one on camera, and aside from that one quest, I've never failed another quest after that. Now, that's mainly because, like, I know what I'm getting into every single quest, unless it's a new monster. But even if it's a new monster, sometimes, like, it doesn't really matter, and you can figure out what you're gonna do, and, like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna really get destroyed by this thing. Though, DAIMYO comes close, and there's some monsters that'll kind of overpower you, but you'll generally, like, figure out what to do. Like, alright, if I'm not prepared for, like, really strong attacks, I'm gonna bring a defensive weapon, you know, I might have a great sword to hide behind if I really need to, instead of my insect glaive, right? So, I mean, you can kind of figure these things out. It's really not that difficult, but anyway, I do get more of a challenge, for sure, in the high rank videos, as opposed to the low rank ones, because in the low rank ones, I was actually complaining, like, I should not be able to kill some of these monsters so quickly. Like in Shigaru, we just saw, I took him down in, what, 10 minutes? Like, come on. I mean, I had to go back and think about that. Like, that was kind of ridiculous. I went back to fight him later with my Gormagala Greatsword, and I killed him in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's wrong. That is really wrong. And I don't mean like the high rank or the G rank version of that sword. I'm talking about the low rank version of that sword. He died in 5 minutes. It was like probably like 5:40, something like that. I don't know. I didn't actually stop. But seriously, like the timer was at the 5 minute mark. So that's kind of wrong for low rank to be that simple. Now, high rank the monsters are going to do a lot more damage, like I said before, and they're going to have a lot more health. And there's going to be new monsters showing up in high rank too, so that's just going to be grand as soon as we start popping into more of that stuff. But anyway, G rank is kind of the same thing, except G rank, they, yeah, sure they have more HP, but I think the big thing is their attack is like 3 times that of high rank. It is so much bigger than the jump from low to high. And I think it's because low rank, they wanted low rank in this new monster game to be pretty easy. And I'm generally like, okay, so the new one is mainly easy so that newcomers in the game can be like, oh, this is pretty cool, I'm getting used to the mechanics of this game, which is okay, that's fine. I kind of preferred, like, getting used to the mechanics of the game in, like, a Monster Hunter Try, where it took me, seriously, like, 10 hours to figure out everything and beat the Great Joggy by myself. Now, I wasn't looking anything up online, I'm sure it would have, like, I went back and played it a second time, and it took me, like, 3 hours, you know, but whatever, still, you get the idea. So, it would still, like, I think there's a learning curve to it, and you don't really need to make the game easier for everyone to make it more welcoming to players, because they feel like, hey, I spent 3 hours in this game, I should almost be done with it. You know, that's kind of wrong, and I don't like that. But high rank, it gets, like, in that middle area in between, where it's, like, just not difficult where it's fun. And, G rank is just like ridiculously hard, and that makes it really fun for me, I think, because you really have to strategize, you really need to know what you're doing, and at that point, you kind of need to bring friends with you. And I'm gonna have one person with me at one point at least for some of those videos. I'm thinking about going by myself or something, because I do a lot of G-Rank stuff offline by myself, and those, honestly, I feel like are the most interesting fights, because they take a long time. They're really tough. One hit, and I need a Mega Potion from any hit, and it's kind of ridiculous. And, I kind of feel like I should do some of those, but I don't know. I'll have to hear what you guys think. Mainly, I'm uploading this video just so that I can say, like, hey, tell me what you guys think of the series. I really want to know, like, what kind of recommendations you have for it. Like I said, I'm in the middle of G-Rank right now, so if you're having recommendations for high rank, I already filmed all that stuff, so I can't really, like, implement anything. But if you have, like, questions about anything, I'll let you know, like, just ask away. I'll, like, try and answer stuff down in the comments for this video. Aside from that, I really have nothing else that I can do, unfortunately. I just really did not want to just outright skip this video. I was also thinking about going back to just play him again, but the thing is, the main point of doing these videos in this series that I'm doing is, I like being surprised and knowing nothing about the monsters, which, because this is a monster I knew nothing about, I obviously cannot replicate that video, aside from the fact that there was, like, cutscenes intertwined with the fight. Cutscene isn't one. There was one cutscene when you walk up to the Hermitaur, where he's in a specific area, and he actually launches you into a tree, and you're hanging from the tree when you start. When you go back to do it again, that's not going to happen. So that's another thing about, like, I couldn't even splice the cutscene in, you know? Like, I couldn't even pretend that that video got lost. And even at that point, I would have, like, you know, I wouldn't have the same weapon because it's been upgraded too many times, so too many problems. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, like, what issues you're having, like, with your own games, if you're stuck anywhere, if you have any questions about anything about the game, or any recommendations for anything you're going to be seeing at G-Rank. Like I said, I know a lot of people were really excited, like, to see the G-Rank stuff. I really hope you keep doing these videos. I want to see the high-rank stuff. Well, guess what? You're also going to see that, and the G-Rank stuff. The G-Rank stuff is honestly the really scary stuff. I mean, I think my next urgent quest that I have to do is taking down the Chaotic Gormagala, which... it just sounds horrifying. Horrifying. I haven't even seen a normal gore in G-Rank yet, and I'm like... whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I just wanted to talk at least for a while with you guys so I could sit down and say, like, hey, this is why the video's missing. I'm really sorry about it. And hey, this is where I am currently in the game, so that, like, everyone's kind of on the same page, so at least I said it formally in the video, because I know I'm commenting a lot and telling some people, like, hey, I'm actually in G-Rank right now, and you're like... people are like, well, you're gonna get your butt kicked for the high-ranked Regios. I'm like, oh, you mean that thing that I just farmed the armor parts for in G-Rank?
Oh, yeah, you're done, buddy. You're done.
But still, I mean, I've played a lot of Monster Hunter, like I said, so I'm used to this kind of stuff. Either way, I just at least wanted to say I'm sorry, like I said. We will see the Daimyo Hermitaur again. He will be back. And if there's anything else that I can do for the other videos, let me know. I'll answer all your questions. So either way, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next episode of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
I can't believe I accidentally took my Mega Potion. That was amateur. Absolutely amateur.